everyone. Welcome to Businesses They Chat. I'm your host. I'm using Mulesh because everyone knows me as Mulesh. Mulesheng seems like it's long and people can't pronounce it. But anyway, so welcome to Businesses They Chat. This is a platform where I talk to entrepreneurs. We discuss certain topics. I get to learn about the entrepreneurial journey of our guests, and we network. And hopefully, we will be able to utilize each other's services. We're rotating the money. So, without further ado, I'd like my guest speakers to introduce themselves, to tell us about themselves and their business. So, our first guest speaker will be Lesego. Are you ready, Lesego, to introduce yourself?
Yes, I am. Hi, everyone.
Awesome.
I'm Chani, and I am the founder of Zaruri, meaning forever in the neck or Swahili. So, yeah, how my business came about. Well, I've been in the beauty industry for MAC Cosmetics for the past 4.5 years. And I started February, and what I do, I specialize in microblading, makeup, and as well as nails. So it's an all like one-stop shop. So the whole I think there was shortage in the industry for women to a space where they can feel comfortable and relax and leave their problems outside and move from one chair to one chair, but in the same space instead of having their makeup artist, their lash lady, So I wanted to bring everything. So yeah, that is what I do on a daily basis.
Awesome. Thank you. Olebokeng, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, take it away.
Firstly, I'd like to start off by greeting everyone. By name it's Olebogeng Diale, but a lot of people call me by Tipla to a lot of names. My business is called Abasebenzi. Abasebenzi meaning workers. Workers, meaning my work is basically based on hard labor and hard work. That's why it's Abasebenzi. So the business was established in 2018, and then what we basically do, we cater out tables, chairs, tents to functions such as weddings, funerals, your matapa, tombstones, unveilings, and parties, any events that you would require, where any event that you would require chairs, tables, and tents, and that's what we do. And then, but we mostly focus on funerals because that's where Abasebenzi comes from. It came in because where I come from, I actually come from a family business which we deal with funerals. We run a funeral undertaker. So in the undertaking business, in our black cultures, black funerals and black cultures, we usually have your tents and tables and chairs. So in the past, we our Diale Funeral Parlor is the family business name. So in the past, Diale Funeral Parlor used to hire out chairs and tables, like we used to outsource. So that's where I saw a gap, and then established Abasebenzi, so I could hire those things to the Ale Funeral Parlor. We basically in association with the Ale Funeral Parlor. That's what we basically do.
So what inspired basically what inspired the Abasebenzi company was you saw the opportunity to actually be associated with them. Am I
Yes,
correct? Okay.
yes.
All right. Nice. Wena Europa pa hutut.
No, I get it. More business, you have to keep everything more known to.
Yeah, I
Sebenzela
get you.
ejaridini.
Yes,
Yeah.
everything must
So
be in-house.
yeah. So this whole what inspired you to start the whole makeup business, the beauty thing?
With me, since I've worked, because I was in retail and makeup was my passion. Um, although I dropped out of law schools, and I was like, this is not for me. Like, I hate reading, I hate admin. I honestly love making people feel better about themselves. So I started what I do was I wasn't seeing any growth in the business where I was. I mean, I was doing the same thing over and over and over. And I was basically the core selling makeup and I was doing makeup. So, but I saw that there was up and all of that, and I started getting very interested in it. So December, and I was like, I was so scared, but I was like so tired. Growth. I was waking up, going back to work, and then every day it's like the same routine thing, and I'm not like challenged or anything. I sort of wanted it's my salary daily because I'm making more money outside of my job, because I was doing like a million things. Then I decided to leave, and I was like, okay, fine. If I'm gonna be dream was like to literally open my own store one day, but I wasn't looking into field per se. I was like, that can be like additional things that I want to do later. But I wanted it to be a service business, help a person, and I wanted to use it as therapy. Like I talk to a lot of females almost every day, and once you start getting to know people, and people literally will come and vent to realizing that they are, and we end up exchanging Lidi law. I'll tell them about my situation, like information that I didn't know it was there. Like when I realized that she works for CETA, and you're always working here alone. So I'm in the process of applying for like a service CETA. She's alone. Do you know that the government can actually help you when you can train someone and they as a form of salary towards you? So your business, because it's still very new, you spend so much money into paying salaries and stuff. Because at the moment I can't afford to. So she's like, this is the process and this is how you're gonna go about it. And it me that the reason why I started what I'm doing was I want to talk to a lot of people, and I like talking. I always tell, even my little brother, I always tell him that you leave, you bath, and you leave the house. Hold you can stepping into a new opportunity. You can literally bump into someone that higher life, whether you literally could be anything. You Bill Gates by literally stepping out the door, but you need to put yourself out there. So my thing is I'm not finding inspiration. I need to step out. I need to meet people. I need to bump into people every single day. So that's why I started what I'm doing. I needed a safe space. I don't know if you saw how my store looks. It's welcoming, but it's not even like I always ask my clients even like, so when they step into I can play their playlist and I can be like, oh, here's the speaker. I don't care whether I don't like the music or anything, but they have to feel like, oh, wants me. Abayodlala Afrobeat the whole time, babulela their language, ram, rasiwa, so I want people to come there and feel like they it's a relaxation. It's like a spa, but you're getting, you feeling good about yourself and you feel like someone actually thinks you matter. Unlike, so that's literally why I started what I started, because Nixakri like a place or a salon where I can go and feel comfortable. I literally want to get whatever I'm doing, leave, So my clients literally end up staying and talking, and I'm like, so
Yeah.
that's literally how I imagined, how I envisioned my business to
That's
be.
that's actually great because a lot of women like those type of spaces where you are comfortable and you can just like relax. Because obviously, when we go to a beauty bar, we want to relax. We just want to tone it down. We want to forget about matata aron and whatnot. So I like the what you also incorporated about adding on their playlist. That's actually awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
So what goals did you confront at the start of your entrepreneurial journey? So Toto, are you ready? Did you get the
Is
question?
that me? Not, can you please
Yeah.
repeat the question again?
So what obstacles or challenges did you confront at the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey?
Well, um, challenges that I in the beginning I didn't
Mm,
receive. Okay, my challenges was actually maybe raising funds, to like raising funds of buying the type of the equipment that I needed. But in
mhm,
terms of clientele, it wasn't such of a challenge because already there was an existing clientele which already existed called Yali Funeral Parlor. You understand? So
yeah.
I get it. The Yali Funeral Parlor used to outsource at first. So all those people that they used to outsource from, I substituted those people, and then I came in place. So,
Mm,
meaning in business wise, I would always have business because um, substituted to the people that were in place. You understand? So,
mhm,
like going out to instead of going out, people will come to me
okay.
because
Okay.
already they knew, okay, go Diala. Diala has been there for years. Um,
Mhm,
so that's, and then we've been there for 4 years, and then all these years it's been outsourcing. So for target market, yeah, Canele was firstly the people by the funeral, and then obviously you get your extras after funeral, but then people would have your unveilings, and then I get already they got your service car funeral, and then they would also come back for unveiling, and then would also want body tafel and stuff. They would the first reference that the Ababata did such things would be you because you assisted the first time. So,
mm,
like customer wise, I didn't have such of a challenge. Yeah. And then, and then in terms of, actually, it wasn't such of a challenge, starting the business. I
mhm,
would say it became a challenge later on. Nah. And then because like my challenges would be, equipment that get lost, and like I wanna like more such in such a business, um you lose a lot of things, you lose a lot of items, like you spend a lot of money more replacements and repairs, because okay, like in the catering business, you take out things knowing some of them would not studying the gas the incessant and stuff. So my challenges would be damages and stuff, but it's not in the beginning, it's when the business is already
established.
booming, established, let me say so. Yes,
Yeah.
but during, I didn't get such a challenge, yeah, starting the business. But then the opportunity, me seeing the opportunity, ne?
Mhm,
I used to study go TUT, ne? Then
mhm,
TUT, I left TUT, I went to Varsity College, where I graduated. And then from there, I went to go Midrand at the MTN warehouse. I was an inventory controller. Good day. And then so like Lesego was saying, like I didn't see a point like when I waking up every day, going to work, and then like traveling from Randfontein to Midrand every day was exhausting. And the amount that I got monthly, and then compare it to what I'm spending at transport and spending on food, like it wasn't as it I understand. Kore you phelela go bereka, you work for,
Yeah.
you wake up every day. Yeah, you understand. It's like waking up every day for nothing. So one day, my aunt would be, I'd say my aunt is one of the people that inspired me to actually open the business. She one day sat with me and then asked me, for Mare, is this the life that you want to live? Like waking up every day? Because
It's
I used to
insanity.
wake like during the week.
It's like you're doing the
So
same, expecting different
yeah,
results.
like doing the same thing every day, like every from Monday to Friday.
Yo, did we lose him? I think we
So,
lost him. Okay. So okay, we can still continue. So I think he will come back. So yeah, you can share some of your obstacles, challenges that you faced during your entrepreneurial journey.
um, I had an idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now I had to put that idea into action. So, the first challenge was actually finding an where my salon is, how the setup is. It's actually entrepreneurial friendly, especially for small businesses. So I was looking for a place where, well, not a mall, first of all, because I know how a mall operates, their operating hours, and we can literally close, and we haven't made our daily target yet. I took note while I was there. I wasn't like absent at work. I was taking note.
Oh,
So one
hello.
day,
Oh,
okay, fine.
sorry. My network just.
If no problem,
No worries.
if things like working ideas, barking, the store says closes at 7 and we knocks off at that time and they wanna come. So I took note of those things and I was like, okay, I need a 24 hours without closing. And I also need a place where for my clients. I need a place that's gonna accommodate my clients in terms of working clients. So the place is called an entrepreneurial village. So we have things like a hub where people. So suppose if I have someone like you and you need to work or you need to be on live, but you have an appointment no other day that you're free, so you can literally go there, get your job done, appointment. These things like Wi-Fi, these cubicles where you can literally lock yourself in. It's big as like literally a bathroom. So it's my clients can literally be in there and I'm paying the rent that I'm paying, it's included in there. There's Wi-Fi and things like that. A place where it's gotta be seriously customer friendly. I managed to get that, ticked all of those on. So was like, okay, fine. Now that I got it, now I need to get clients. Clients will not cut this, like my won't sustain my lifestyle. Things like social media, and I started things like handing out the nearest apartments or complexes, handing out flyers to say, okay, there's a new, you can literally, it's a walk away, so you can come. So marketing plays a huge. I feel like even at this point, I haven't went as aggressive as I'd want to. So also, my other challenge was communication with my client. You saw I'm not a person or replier on WhatsApp and all of that system where it's automated, where the minute someone takes me, automatic reply that tells you all the steps without me having to reply and without you selected or okay, I can do this without like a click of a button. So I had to put all. I'm still at this point trying to do everything so I don't have to do, because otherwise I'm gonna, this one is gonna text yeah, or like what, that now I have to go back down to chat and like see what, so I can't have that automated. So those were the type of things that I had to do and put in place, because it's an idea that I have. But the minute I step out, my business stops. It's not running. It's so, which is a thing. Later on, I feel like I need employees help me to, okay, suppose I'm traveling, they can literally run the business on my point, where it's so crucial that I'm learning my business myself. I'm learning foot counts that I can't have any other person come in and then decision that I'm trying to build, because like McDonald's, I doubt McDonald's will. I need to build a business that has a solid foundation, that even if it's still running at the same procedure and the protocol and everything, it's running, no one can literally disturb that system. You saying?
Oh, sorry about that. I was on mute. So, how are you overcoming these challenges? Okay, number one, I can see the application is a problem. So, how are you going to fix that?
No. Coming with the first step, nekisina an actual like proper, or when it's things like people can literally call me. Otherwise the child, let's say hard like to set up an appointment, automatically replies to say you can now book a certain link. It sends you a link if you want to see my work, because others they'll be like, can I see your work? I have links for my social media where you can literally click, it takes you right there where you can see the, you book your appointment, and you on the booking app that I use, I pay a subscription for clients book on there themselves, and they see the slots selling available. Hi, do you have a booking at 2? Because if it's taken, automatically it won't show the appointment for 3 or 4 or 5. So it shows you everything. So now expect me to reply knowing what I've given you everything that with like a click of a button.
So it's not ideal. It's not ideal for someone to actually try and communicate with you via WhatsApp.
No, they can. It's on WhatsApp. So the minute they say hi, it sends that to say this is what. But if you want to speak to me, then you have to wait, and then I'll reply. Says.
Oh, okay. No, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, Toto. I'm gonna put you on. You can continue. Since you're
Yes, my network was quite bad. Yes, as I was saying, my aunt being my inspire. Like she was when I was still working and stuff, and then she came to me one day and asked me for like, is this the life that I want to live? Yeah, every day work 7 to 5. And then I was like, no, I now and now guys, because like I've always been business minded from school and every I've always wanted to do my own thing. Like I even went to a point where I even took Banaba school about transport. You understand? And then she came, oh, okay, but then this is the thing. I can help you out in such a way, you're off alone. So you can start off your own things, and then once you've established, and then you pay me back. And then she asked me what kind of a business am I thinking of? And then I said, no, why not? Why should I start far where I can develop more what's already existing more high? and then just keshebe where the gaps are, and then fill those gaps. And then I saw, okay, no, company ya ko gae, we spend a lot of money on paying the people that we outsource from. We spend like it's a lot that we like for instance, if like an average of 15 funerals, right? So already there's 15 tents and close to 500 chairs that are gonna go out on a weekly basis, which is a lot of money that we lose. So why not let me buy the tent and stuff and rent it out to the family business instead of paying other people what they wait like on. You understand? And then obviously coming to me, it's not growing me as an individual, it also grows company, because now company I start and then we have our own things, and then um it also creates jobs for batho. And it actually created jobs for people that worked internally called Lerona, because like again we have permanent staff and then we have temporary staff. And then those temporary staff, they were only used to work they used to work only on Saturdays, like on days study funeral, maybe Saturdays and Fridays. So now because of the now they can so they start they like, because of the business, now they employed from Tuesdays until Saturday, because I get on body those tents and all those equipments need
They
to
need
be
to be
cleaned,
packed and
and then
stuff.
obviously you need to have people that are going to put those things up, and then yeah, you understand, yeah. So it actually for people, but say but now like temporarily they now became permanent, and obviously abone banalente kwabasebenzi, it opens the gap for other people, but for other it opens a gap for employment people who are working go diale, understand. And then yeah, then started growing, ne challenge I then became here ke tla mo pateng ya ka ya challenge that you asked. And then I get it started growing.
Yeah.
The business started got 2018, and then we had our COVID,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 2020. And then COVID,
Mm-hmm.
it then became a big challenge. It was actually a mess. I actually went out of business during that time.
Hmm.
Because like during the COVID times, the funerals were limited, the gatherings were not allowed anymore.
Yeah.
So obviously, without gatherings, you can't have tables, you can't have chairs and tents, but anybody beneath. So I didn't have business on my side, but obviously Diale had the business on their side. But yeah, that's another topic. Yeah, so it became a
They made
challenge. It became a
they made
challenge.
a killing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
They did it
it became a challenge for
because he
on
was
my side. You
actually
understand?
yeah, you were benefiting on your end because of them.
Yeah. Hey, and then thanks for the item COVID. So we'll be back on our feet again. But
Yes, yes.
yeah, and then um the problem that I usually receive, né, from catering, why like I said before, like the catering, you always need to have like you always need to have like inventory control. Always need to know how many things you have, how many things you sent out, and how many things when it's a young, it's a and how many things you need to repair. I think you spend most of your money on repair. Am I still there?
Your
Wangu
network
Damolash.
is breaking.
Hello.
Ufrizite no. Ufrizite.
Now
Yeah, now you back.
is it?
Yeah, now you back.
I think that just hold it like this. Yeah, and then in terms of Yeah, so like basically you would mostly lose your money more the replacement and repairs. But then I don't think I have much of a challenge ka business because I get it like more our black communities. Re na le the funeral policies I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So naka itse gore it's saying gore okay on body policing, obviously, when you have a funeral policy, your policy includes everything that you would require for funeraling, which would be your coffin, your tents, your caterings, and everything. You understand? So, naka is or la ke sa hiriwi. Like I have you get those individual people that would want tent for maybe birthday and one. E se taba ya di funeral, wa bo?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I get depending on those. My dependent mostly go funeral parling because like I have how many I think I have 25 tents, ne?
Mm-hmm.
And then on average di a bereka tso tsotlhe. On an average weekly di a bereka tso tsotlhe. A se ga ngata ke outsource. I would only outsource if ke na ne di tent tse more, if ke na ne di funeral tse more. Wa understand, but basically not abasebenzi yone associated le funeral parlor.
And then, Toto, so you have
Yes.
different types of tents, right?
Yeah, yes, it depends. I guess
So,
these tents depend on like ona let me go back to the policies. Ona kore ke tlo- I'll keep going back and forth ka diale na basebenzi because association ne.
le- okay, yeah.
More these policies, ne? More these policies. I get you get different categories of the policy. You get that
Mm-hmm.
policy body coffin and normal. You get that policy casket, and then you get that policy the coffin till it's a tura. And then lady tente, they go ka yone range
Go.
eo. Okay, go na le police. I get for instance one policy at 50 rand. Go na le tente e tsamayang ka di policy tseo tsa 50 rand. And then go na le policy ya 100. Wa understand fela ya. And then
Mm,
some people would say, okay, ke batla stretch tent. Ko ntlong ke batla eng. Wa understand?
yeah.
And then you
Okay.
price those accordingly as well.
And then now I lost my train of thought. What I wanted to ask, taba ya gore, so since you get a lot of your business from Diale, ne?
Yes.
Over compared to how much they used to outsource. Like, is it like family discount or
I,
is it
I check.
like how's the pricing?
Obviously, my pricing would be lesser, but not
Is it
200 rand
lesser?
less. But now, yes, my pricing would be lesser. Yes, it's lesser than
Is it lesser?
the Baba the outsource. Yeah, again, but the outsource,
Oh,
um, when I need transport, they need to pay for their transport. They need to understand ba patelle babereki and stuff. So na babereki baka, it was already they were already working for Dial. You understand?
okay.
So they already since ba le mo payroll ya Dial. And then Dial associated le
Alright.
abasebenzi. So I didn't need to go find people to come work for nna kwa abasebenzi. I took bone ba setse ba bereka. You
Alright.
understand? Gore ba ne le
Alright.
temporary, so
Yeah.
I took them as permanent go abasebenzi.
Alright. Alright. So do they
Ntlhaloganya?
get
Yes.
Bakra income too from like working from Diale and also
No,
working from you?
no,
They don't.
no, they get one income.
Oh,
No.
they get
Because
one
they get an
income.
income as I already divide I fit to that. It's one
Mm,
and the same business. Gore fela abasebenzi ke division ya ditente le catering and everything. But otherwise it's one and the same.
okay, okay, I get it.
Ko le branding that is ko tla bona ka branding ya rona mo divene gore okay it's abasebenzi diale. I understand.
Okay, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right, okay.
it only becomes a division. It only becomes a division when LED private clients. which is maybe wena wa tla hore ko patente ko gae ke na le mosebetsi, and then I need a tent, I need chairs and stuff, and then that I would pay them aside because it's no more part of
Oh,
the funeral and stuff. Yes, it's now abasebenzi yone fela. Yeah, because
okay,
I'd have
okay.
to pay for those working hours and stuff. Yes.
All right, I get it. Quite interesting.
Mm.
What, how, okay, let me just ask this first.
Yeah.
What do you guys enjoy most about being an entrepreneur?
Ooh, me, the freedom, the politics. I'm tired of fighting with. First of all, I have difficult times. I don't mind doing my job, but I just don't like for something I know. Look on chung never some put or get Joanna get. So the minute you tell me, automatically momentum is going down. So I hate people tell you when I know I need to do it and I'm gonna get it done. So
All right.
sense of freedom. I like the sense of my vision is intent. And I don't have anyone hindering with my. Hence, I need to ask for like literally people close to me who have money to invest in my business, baby. And I know like the vision, and I know what I want with it. You know, people, but when it's a so, but meanwhile they're not in the field. They're not doing the actual work. They just even know how it's gonna turn out. But yet I'm doing this every single day, you know,
Yeah.
dirty. So I didn't want anyone to come mess up my vision and this won't work, this will work. Get myself. So hence I didn't want any in my business. I was like, this is a one-man show and this is how I'm gonna do it, and I don't want like if I want a franchise or I wanna do this, then it's fine. But I'll still have on how people can bring in ideas. They need to go a certain process and all of that. So
All
um,
right.
that's literally what I like about being. I can make decisions for myself and by myself and for my vision.
All right. Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, now and being your own as one of the
Yeah.
best things that you could think of. Yeah, because
Yeah.
where I used to work, ne, I like sometimes I feel like wait this 7 to 5, and I actually used to work in a box because with some places the way you work and then you get to interact with other people, you get to network and stuff. Where I used to work was take the black Eddie cell phone. So you basically it's you and the cell phone, you and counting cell phones. You don't meet
You're
anyone
right.
else. You don't network. You understand. You report to you report to so many soup. And then now
Okay.
I would say I'm a hard worker.
Yeah.
Ne? Mosebetsi was 7 to 5. But at times I tend to get lazy and I want to do things on kanako yaka. You understand? So I
Yeah.
think being an entrepreneur, you get that allowance of doing your own things at your own time. And then it gives you also an
Mm.
opportunity to venture into other things as well because you have this time to yourself. You understand? You don't need to report to anyone to do anything. I think that's why
And then
a lot of people would. Yeah.
I wanted to ask as well, how has your perspective of success changed over time?
How has it changed
Hmm.
over time? Well, in the beginning, as I said, ne, we started with success. I can not unless we can't start success in the beginning. Let's say we started well on a peak, and then obviously came this whole COVID and everything. That's when we the business lagged. But then I think we're growing. In terms of success, we're growing. As long as Dial is growing, our savings will grow as well. You understand? Yeah,
Understand.
because of exposure and everything. You understand? And then
Yeah.
yes, in terms of success, yes, I think the business is growing because weekly, because now I see we do have equipments, but then at times we outsource. Meaning, if we still outsourcing, we still have a gap that we need to close. And gap that we need to close, meaning closing that gap, meaning we growing, and growing meaning success.
Yes, I
Yes,
like that. I like that. Yeah.
yes.
All right. So are you ready?
I'm not sure I understand that question.
So, like, um, you started your business. It's growing, right? And then you obviously you face different challenges, right? I guess before you started your business, ideally you were like, this is how I want it to be. You already had this vision before you actually do the actual business. So how has that actually changed over time? Gore, I'm gonna be successful in this, and this is how it's gonna work. Kante, it's not the case. What have you seen that's different about the perception we have about success of a business?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So now
yeah.
I get it. So changed for me was I always I've seen it as this whole. I mean, obviously, success to us normal people, like we visualize success, right? We visualize success in terms of having a nice house, making money. But now it changed in a sense that content in what I do. I'm
Mm.
content and I'm passionate about what I do. And I feel like that for me on its own, wake up every morning with a smile, that is success for me because the money will come. That inspires me every day. I'm not bored going to work. I can basically say that is how my perspective changed. Envisioned, oh, okay, when I start, this is gonna be booming. This how Kimang Satasing made it. And once all of these challenges came, I was okay. This needs to change, and I'm doing it for the love. So
Okay, and then
literally, that's
so all right. So what keeps you motivated?
what keeps me motivated. That I'm doing something that I love.
Awesome, awesome.
Every single morning, it's a 200 rand manala with one client manala, but the fact that I love doing that in my own time and in my own space, and something that I actually like painting the walls and to literally everything in the store myself. So every single thing has a personal touch. Chairs from my house, literally my house now looks freaking empty because I took chairs that was, I don't sit on these. So let me just like, instead of buying chairs, went there like they were gray, covered them pink. So, but the fact that and literally every single thing I handpicked myself makes me the happiest.
Hello.
Yeah. What keeps you motivated?
Uh, Motivation. I think waking up every day to something you enjoy doing should be part of your motivation, and as part of my motivation as well. And then what keeps you motivated as well is that doing something I like as well, and I'm doing something that's in my industry, which I grew up in, which I was raised in actually. Doing something that I know and that I know best. Um, and seeing people, and like seeing growth in other people as well. Like people that were temporaries there, which are now permanent, and which if about to inspiration ile bona ke, and which motivates me as well as an employer, seeing such things. Yeah, I think yeah, that's one of my drives and motivations.
And then Toto, how do you
Yes.
employ people? What type of, like, is there criteria you kind of have in when you employ your people?
Not no. Mm-mm. As long
So
as
what do
you
you
can
look for?
work, like
So what do you look for
like
basically?
put like can't say I look I can't like there's I don't have a specific thing that I look for because like for my on my side, like putting up a tent is not rocket science. Like you can take
Yeah.
anybody who can work hard labor or kamatsogo and stuff and put them there and then just teach them how to do this and that. And then employing people, we usually take people from internally from Kodiale because that's what they do on a weekly basis. They put up tents on a weekly
Mm.
basis because of the funeral. So we usually take people back home, like we uh, hire internally.
All right. Okay. All right.
When we
Noted.
hire. Let them know. I'd say
Okay. So
I think it's safer to hire people that okay.
no, you can continue. Sorry.
Oh, oh okay. Yeah, I was saying it's safer to hire someone who knows the job, like unlike teaching someone the job. I understand. Like you get a lot of complaints, ka ditente and stuff, like especially the funeral, because you know people at the funeral,
Yeah.
people are all emotional and stuff, and then like there's a whole lot of mediocrity much out there and stuff. So sometimes and then you send out people that don't know the job. I understand, and then they get into conflict with but body family and stuff. So that's why I say it's better to hire I think it's safer to hire internally because of job experience that they already have. That's why we
100%.
usually take people instead, yeah, from internal.
Okay, guys. So I'd like us just take some time to just after that talk about the drivers of a business. Wow. So basically, business drivers are components, processes that has a major impact on a business performance, right? These drivers represent the key influences or factors that matter to the success of a business. So they are literally um, critical, important dynamics that build and protect the um company's value, right? So obviously there are some other outside factors that you cannot control. It's like the economy, we cannot, but we're not gonna talk about that. Uh, so I want you guys to share with me what are your business drivers in your business. Are you ready, Lesoro?
What am I? Wait, excuse me. Excuse me.
I think we lost her. Do you wanna take over still so
Wait.
long we wait for her? Oh, be back. Yeah,
Oh, am
yeah, back.
I there? Okay. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
Yes.
saying, my key key drives for my business, I mean, it differs from business to business. So mine is communication with my clients. People literally like it's a win or lose. So if I found it can automatically, the client's not interested. Um, um, Assets, I can't really pinpoint on that. At the moment, my business, it's at a point that it's sustaining itself. I don't think I have broken even. I think it's gonna happen a little after, because with me, it's the minute one client returns, then I'm guaranteed that they my client for as long as, you know. So it's those things, as well as I don't have much liability in my business, and inventory and all of that. I buy once in a while. I can't really say I spend so much time on like stock, and things like that. It's literally things that I can use for the next year or so. I guess
So-
those are the things that are basically driving my business. Like communication for me is my win.
Right. All right. Thank you. Toto,
Yes. I think in any business, one of the drives are to be communication, uh, as Vesego says. And then also it differs from business to business. What my drives would be to my clients actually. Um, I think punctuality. Punctuality should be one of the things, because punctuality, like such events, funerals and unveilings, parties and stuff, they all start on a certain time. So starting on that certain time, you need to be there on a certain time as well. So punctuality would be one of my major drives, and then cleanliness as well. I think you can't take equipment to a party or a funeral or an unveiling or whatever the case might be. Ka dilo tse fail. Cleanliness, keeping my equipment clean and having stock, inventory as well. Having stock, having enough stock, which would be substituting all these people that I would be outsourcing, would be one of the other drives. And then yes, I think cleanliness and punctuality, as lay sending out the proper things and the correct stuff. One understand, and being precise on whatever the client expects from you. One, and delivering on time, delivering whatever is needed, would be one of the drives.
So
Deliver.
basically, what I'm getting, productivity
Yeah.
and customer satisfaction is major driver.
Yes.
And obviously, okay.
Yes.
So how is your profitability as a drive? Is it still lagging, or are you good in that department? Are you always driving revenue
Yeah.
up and across?
Yes, profitability is also drive. Profitability is a major drive. It's one of the biggest drives. Eh?
The major drive. Yeah, I see you
Yeah,
guys are not
it's a big
but okay,
motivator and a drive.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, and then in terms of profitability, ne,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I usually don't charge that. Okay. I don't charge the clients. If it's not a private sale, if it's not a private sale. Let me put it this way. If it's not a
Mhm.
private sale, ne, I would charge the company. So in terms of profitability, yes, I would say it's also one of the drives. Um, akina problem ya tjhelete akere ya akere ya.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay. And then in terms of
Yeah,
time to market, is marketing a
sorry.
driving force, or it does marketing, is it a driving force for your company, or it's
Mm,
not a big deal?
marketing is okay. Marketing is not such a big deal, ne, because marketing, um, already the business it's already marketed by the funeral part,
Which guys,
ne.
sorry.
Okay, no
No
problem.
worries.
One
Someone was
second.
texting me
So,
already. It's like I'm not at the store, but get at someone too.
Okay.
oh, yeah. So marketing, like other companies, um, like I wouldn't go there on like look for customers. Like I even, I understand. So
Mhm,
marketing, the company is already been marketed by
mhm.
the funeral part, ne? And
Akisa-
obviously we would utilize marketing at the funeral parlor to market our savings. Yeah, so marketing
Okay.
is not such a big, yeah, yeah. It is a drive, but it's not such a one understand.
Yeah.
He drive. Yes.
So are you so from what you're telling me, ne, so marketing it's not even something that's lacking, that you will need to
No.
improve on or do something about it. It doesn't change
No, well, we
anything
could.
about the business.
mm, okay, well, at the current moment, né, because of the amount of equipment that we have, and then because we've seen a gap, yeah, of growing, né, and
Mhm.
increasing our equipment and stuff. And obviously, once we increase our equipment, we'll be able to cater for other things as well, like other functions besides the funeral. I want to be able to cater for more functions. Ka cater ka
Okay.
di-funeral, plus maybe if there's other weddings and maybe and whatever, I understand. So
Yeah.
obviously for those kind of things, I would private sales, you'd have to market yourself. I understand because already, because but some people would think maybe our savings is only based on the funeral. I want not
Mm.
knowing for if you also need a tent for unveilings or you need a tent for parties, I want you wouldn't have that information. So I think marketing would become vital when we expand and then into yeah, when we expand into these other um functions and
Spaces.
stuff. Yes,
Mm. Yeah.
yes,
Okay. So
yes,
is that something you're looking to actually work on, because obviously you're heading into that
yes,
direction? All right. And then
yes.
what's your plan? You already have a plan in place, or you just like waiting? Utabona.
Nah, plan yeah, picky picky. Rome wasn't built in a day. I
Again, that's
gotta
just like
you collect, you gather, and then
yeah.
once you reach your point, and then you execute. Uh,
So yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm still
So
gathering funds, and then so I can. I want so biggie, mark me.
okay. So since Lesotho is, I don't know what's happening, but hopefully she'll come back. Ne?
Because like when I
No, I'm
started,
here.
ne?
Oh, you
Okay.
here? Okay.
Because when I started, I
Yeah.
started with 5 tens, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Alumlesh.
No, Nekiro, you can continue.
Oh yes, like as I started, when I started, I had 5 tens. I think I don't know. Yeah, it was 5 tens, 500 chairs, I think 10 tables. And then obviously when you start generating money and then you save, And then once you save, you maybe start off over 10, then you start off maybe tapole, just like that. And then I started with 5, I now have 25.
Okay.
So at least I'm seeing growth, motor, and then yeah, and then going forward, we'll carry on just like that until we end up got 100 tents, and then where we don't need to buy anymore.
Okay. So uh no okay. But I wanna talk to this one. So
Okay.
your what I've what I've picked up is customer communication, ne? And communication. So I wanted to find out about profitability, productivity, and your marketing. Are those drivers lacking, or are you good with them?
In terms of both, at the point they're improving and,
Mm-hmm.
and quite well, because on a daily basis I time myself to say, okay, fine, if I can do, I see that I do a service, even if it's 10 minutes less than what I used to do it, it's an improvement, because then I can slot in a lot of clients, because at this peak, and it depends on different um, services that they're doing. I can do 5 clients a day, and this is me, one person, literally doing all the. I do lashes, I do makeup, I do microblading myself. So calculate the amount of times that I will use per service. So then my schedule and my day, so then I can be productive enough and I can take in. But I'm at a point where I gave myself that December, I'm literally not closing out. I get off, because it's when I need to gather as possibly can.
Yo, listen, what's happening? Uh, we can't hear you. Can't hear you. Okay, Toto, while she's still fixing her line then.
Am I?
Are you back? Okay. So how do you measure your drivers so you can always stay on top or ahead, or you know, do you get what I'm saying?
Mm. Um, like I think being an entrepreneur, um, being your own boss, it comes with freedom, ne? But it also comes
Mm-hmm.
with responsibilities. And then in order to make sure that your drivers are in place, your drives are in place, you need on a daily basis to what I can say inspect.
Yeah, so yeah. Basically,
Uh,
how do you monitor
yeah, you need to
your drivers?
inspect and
Mm.
yeah, and check what you and which direction your company is headed to. Um, check what you lack as a person, what you lack and in the company, and what is there that could be done to improve. Understand? But yeah, I think in order for your drives to make sure that your drives are in place, is inspection. Okasere, you can't become a boss and just and expect to sit at home watching TV and expect everything to be done. Some things you need to be hands on. Yes, some things you need to be hands on and make sure that things like you could have employees, but um, it's not in all cases that your employees are doing the right things, which could also drive the company to a different direction, which you not um, fond of. So I think being inspecting and being hands-on, um, in that way, you know what you want and what you lack and what direction you wanna choose.
All
I think
right.
it's
Before I move on,
if
I
I've
wanna.
answered your question.
Yo, guys, I'm so sorry.
Okay. So yeah,
Um,
you can continue from where you left off.
yes. So at a point where I'm just literally trying to maximize the amount of time that I have. We literally have 24 trying to grab as many hours as I possibly can, because also on day know that I'm capitalizing, I will literally not even be in work throughout. I don't care how like tired I am, because I know there are quiet days to utilize that, that day. Then that'll work as my own. I'm literally always like work.
Oh, and then how do you measure your drives, your key drives?
Mm, normally, I posting literally on social media all the time, and also on my. I realized something that the minute I start, um, that's when clients, literally returning clients, come, because clients sometimes they forget is this person that I'm constantly going to, or they literally not even get their nails done. They see, oh, this person's still in business, then they'll text you. So I'm posting every day, even if it's my old work or my previous work. Then that's how I drive. So any client would literally even be asking for prices, that I save them as so and so client. I specify what a client, so don't get mixed up. So the now I think I'm sitting on like clients on my business WhatsApp. So those are potential returning clients, people that are gonna go out there and market my business for me. Because word of mouth, trust me, works more than not realize that they're selling your business um as as you would yourself. So that's how I try and keep, because they're the very same people that are gonna go out there and get clients for me, or but the recommender their friend, mother, whatever. So I make it a thing. I told myself by the least have 200 contacts on that business WhatsApp, like people that I've actually talked to, or people that I've actually like given service, people that are gonna be seeing my work constantly, even improving. They're the same pet, so I need that to be my main aspect rather than, well. So social media, yes, I can have a client come in, it's fine, but I have to keep happy.
Right. All right. So we are about to go. So I've just got two more questions for you guys before we close. So the first question is, okay, the second and last question is, how do you envision the future of your business? So basically, where do you see your company in the next 5 years? Toto, are you ready?
Um,
Are you there? I
I think
think he just
it's probably answering a phone.
took, yeah.
Where I see my business in 5 years, it's gonna be on Forbes 30 under 30, darling. But my thing is, I see every single day, and that for me is a huge milestone years from now, because the fact that I started somewhere and I started already, the fact that I'm still up 6 months later and I'm still operate for me, because not only did I put this idea and vision into play, trying to keep it afloat as well. So it's still gonna grow. So measure it got the next 5 years or so. I measure it every single day. So every me will determine where I'll be in that 5 years.
And then, okay, hopefully, Toto will come back. Now, what advice would you give to people who want to venture in your industry?
My line of work is what you do. Make sure you are good at what you do. Nothing as embarrassing as a client not liking your work and not coming back because you need to improve or you need to. I literally walk my clients through them with them, and I'll tell them, "Hore, okay, we here so far. How do you like it? You know, so I can improve. I think this brow, can you make it a bit thinner? Okay, fine, let's do that. Can you make it this? Okay, fine. So I know exactly. I'm giving you what you're paying. Let your work speak for itself. You are in your lane and you can't compete with you. So your work will literally speak for itself. And also, the main thing is love what you do. Don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the money. People has money because I can literally charge a client 800 for makeup or that's washing later on, like when once the event is done. Okay, no, I can actually charge 300 for the same thing. No, babes, I've been, and I can charge that amount, and I've invested in the amount of makeup. I don't just use any product to, like, use things that paying for value, and not just getting it done for the sake of day. And those many compliments that they're gonna get that day, it literally changes their whole perspective themselves. It can be literally throughout the year, because if Moto hasn't been confident, they come and get something done by me, and they literally. My client yesterday was lashes done. The time I got your lashes, people were literally complimenting me. Now she came back and she now longs for that feeling. It felt good. Now she, as much as that people are literally seeking for approval from everyone, a case of feeling good about yourself and stepping out and saying, okay, let's take on the world. So I'm trying to give people that confidence. Go off, and when people compliment you, it makes you like feel good, and so that's the I'm selling confidence basically more than confidence and self-esteem.
Yeah, and the beauty industry in a because like
It
everyone
does.
wants like we want to perfect ourselves as women especially,
We
and
do,
we want stuff that are very convenient and easy,
but also
so
it's a matter of say that thing slipped to my mind, but um
you lost your train of thought.
yes, yes.
No, so I'm thinking let's give Toto like a minute or two, maybe he might come back. Like, is there something you wish you did when you started your business?
I want it as much time that I'm currently giving it. I feel like I owe it. When I first started, I was so excited of like the idea of having like my own CEO with this. It was all child's play until I had to actually do the work, and now I have to pay the money, you know. So everything was all hanky dory. It was glitz and glam. Who doesn't want to be a CEO? Who doesn't want to be a businesswoman? Um, to do the actual work, and now having to deal with taxes and having to deal with, so it's now hitting home more. Okay, this is an actual serious thing, and the fact that people are coming says bangasiras, so
Yeah.
again, I'm not there to mess with people's money. I'm not there to take people's money, but I'm there to learn their money's worth.
And I think I forgot to ask you that, because I think Toto did answer this question about how did you get finance for your business?
Finance for my business, actually, I used my provident fund from my resignation,
Oh, okay.
which was
Smart.
literally 18,000 for 4 years. I was leave sooner.
But
And it was
let's
just
go.
like I sitting there for freaking 4 years, like
Like,
so. But I was glad I made that decision. Not even for a single minute, like doubting it. I'm glad I had the courage to do that. It's not easy. I'm almost got into depression mode because that's how my business wasn't doing great at all. And this is, mind you, my first ever winter, new to me, and this is scary shit because, excuse my language, I mean, I have to pay stuff and I'm not getting any money. It was literally my lowest I've ever been in this life. So and the fact means that this is actually what I was meant to do.
all right. So I think we're gonna close. Thank you so much for coming through and honoring my invite, and thank you to the viewers for listening in. So till my next session, we shall meet again.
Bye, guys.